It hasn't always been easy to press the button upload. At times I was afraid of what people might think. Other times I was ashamed of what people saw in me from the last story, and I wasn't sure what people would interpret now. At times I was just afraid of my own judgment, to be honest. Yes, I am sensitive and I am influenced by what other people think of me. Sometimes, it's not always. I do what I want. Honestly, I do whatever I feel like doing. But still, I think about you. And that's probably because as a child I always felt as if nothing I did was ever good enough.
Something I realized this week again is that I've never really fit in anywhere, or I've never really felt at home anywhere I've been. Yeah, I know, home is where your heart is and so on, and I've found that. But still, like, when you can't find that place of belonging, or I don't know, just a place to call home, it's weird, but I'm trying to make every place I go my home, and just try and live in the present. I'm just excited to go on adventures again and maybe find that place, if there is something like that, so we'll see.
But yeah, let us not go into that deep, right? Let us not talk about real feelings. Let us pretend we are strong. Let us pretend as if everything was easier, right? Some people have it way worse. If I were born in another country, or say in another century, it would be way harder. So let's just pretend everything is fine the way it is. Overstimulation, being highly sensitive, that's nothing to talk about. And I grew up in a household where you wouldn't talk about your feelings. And honestly, I thought that's the way to go. Like keeping quiet, being a good girl, never having an opinion about anything. Because then it would escalate. And yes, so I did keep quiet. I did keep everything to myself, or I didn't even address it in my own mind. At a young age, I started to numb the numbness of sucking it all up with alcohol, or with sports, or with eating up my feelings. Like literally, I would eat my feelings. But I soon realized I was deeply unhappy and unfulfilled. No shock there, right? Who would have thought? And the result being I wanted to change, but I had no idea where to start. I knew writing was always something I could lose myself in. I knew I had to start opening up. And years passed, and here I am, sharing some of my deepest thoughts online, because the alternative is to never speak about anything and drown. Here on YouTube, I confessed my addiction to pain. I shared my thoughts on living alone and being lonely. I talk about my bad experiences traveling the world. I share my story about being sexualized. I admitted that I used to hate my body, and honestly, I hated my mind and soul also.
Oh, I think it's so sad that women don't get how amazing they are. I mean, I was the same. I hated myself so much.
I talk about those things you would usually never talk about. I talk about those, feelings that are, supposed to be bad, or, like they make you weak, so you shouldn't talk about it. And I don't know, I just had to confess. I talk about fear, and I don't know, I'm trying to be as honest and authentic as I can be. I know this isn't like my whole life. You should also keep that in mind. It's like I'm posting 10-ish minutes every week, and it's not my life. It's just some of it, and the stories or the thoughts that come to my mind that I think I shouldn't keep to myself. And yeah, so these are some of my confessions I made on YouTube, because as you know, it almost broke me keeping it all to myself. And maybe that's the point. Maybe some things are not meant to be carried alone. I don't share because I have everything figured out. I share because I don't. I have no idea what I'm doing. And pretending I am fine was always louder than telling the truth, because silence felt heavier than being seen. And maybe you recognize yourself in some of this. Maybe you have been swallowing things too. And this isn't me asking for pity. It is me choosing honesty over comfort. And if this feels familiar, you are not weak. You are just human.